name is Erin Storr, and I am the administrator here at the Cancer Society. I give apologies to my president, who is unable to attend. She's off island, and hopefully she can join in. We have two special guests with us. We have Dekel Quant, better known as Bowflex Barbie, who would give us some exercise and toning regimen so we can get the summer body started. We also have Miss Anne Rolle, who is a holistic nutrition practitioner, and she would give us some information and educate us on what to eat for our bodies. You know, sometimes some people, we cut out carbs, but we still gain weight, and we're trying to figure out what's going on. So hopefully we can learn the types of food that we should be eating in order to lose weight. So seeing that we started a bit late, we're gonna start with, we'll start with Miss Anne, because when we do the exercise, you know, we want to get loose and be able to move around. So Ms. Rolle, so now Ms. Rolle, a holistic nutrition practitioner, Dr. Rolle's interest and passion for natural health began over 30 years ago while working as a registered nurse midwife in the Family Islands. After observing the positive outcome of a natural, mainly plant-based diet in active seniors, she initiated this diet in her own family. So intrigued with the importance of nutrition and health, she earned a PhD in holistic nutrition while still working as a public health nurse, health educator. Since retirement, Dr. Rolle delved full-time into holistic nutrition and transformational coaching. Her mission is to empower and help her clients to cultivate a healthy and satisfying relationship with food, their bodies, and environment. She is passionate about women's health, especially weight loss, and offers clients a healthier alternative in managing lifestyle diseases such as hypertension, diabetes, obesity, and women's health issues. She now helps clients get to the root cause of their health issues and not merely address their symptoms, so they get to live and experience optimum health. Let's welcome Dr. Anne Rolle.
Thank you very much. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, I appreciate it. Thank you for having me, and good evening to everyone. As you heard my brief bio, I'm here to give you some insight into health post-cancer, because I spoke with your president, and I imagine you're more or less survivors of cancer, or conquerors, should we say, not survivors, conquerors. So I propose a PowerPoint presentation this evening so you would glean some more information into what I'm offering to your group. Is that okay?
Sounds good.
All right. So I'll do a screen share. If you allow me to do a screen share and find my presentation. Okay, in the beginning. Oh, let's get to the beginning. Okay, so we talk about my topic is optimize your health and wellness post-cancer, because I imagine some of you would have gone through the process of the disease, emerged successfully. So now we have to continue living, right? And of course, we just came through the pandemic, or we're still in the process of the pandemic. So hopefully what I would share tonight would give you some nuggets. You can at least take one or two things home, okay? So you've successfully completed your courses of cancer therapy. Kudos to you, great. Now what can you do to stay healthy to reduce your chances of recurrence? Because you may feel very complacent afterwards. You say, okay, I've had my chemo, I had my surgery, and I'm fine now. And then you go right back to it's like business as usual. But I want you to start rethinking where you are now, because we're all on a journey. Our journeys are just different. Okay, so did you know that the diet is one of the most powerful, effective, and simple changes you can make that can attribute towards preventing and reversing cancer? And it's happening now all over the world. According to the latest research, 90 to 95% of all cancers is diet, lifestyle, and environmentally related. I'm going to talk a little bit more about it. So what you learn, underlying cause of cancer and other chronic diseases, because we have a lot of issues that promote cancer. The role of diet and lifestyle measures to promote health. Because sometimes we just say, okay, I'm just eating. 7 strategies to optimize your health as you navigate your post-cancer journey to feel your best. And this text says, 60% of all cancers could be eliminated if people ate healthier foods. So what's the healthier foods? And that's the American Cancer Society. And that was coined several years ago. And it's just as relevant now. So sorry about this one. So now we're talking about the risk factors for cancer. We have age. You may say what age has to do with it. The older we get, the more it's more susceptible to cancer based on our lifestyle. Cancer causing substances. We have lots of substances. You can talk about some of the food we eat could be cancer causing, like all the colors, the dyes we're eating, the type of food we eat, the processed foods, and the additives that's to food, the pesticides that spray the food with. It's so many different things. So that's the food part. Then the environment, the things we wear, put on our skin, where we wash our clothes with, what we breathe in, where we work. The list is endless. Chronic inflammation. What is chronic inflammation? Because you know of inflammation, something gets, you have something in your skin and it gets inflamed. But I'm not talking about that inflammation. I'm talking about the type of inflammation that's chronic. That means something is inside the body and it's going on and on and on, and we're not changing it. So we're looking at high blood pressure. That's one of the causes of chronic inflammation. Diabetes, arthritis, because those things have been going out of control for a while. And eventually the body responds to that in the form of inflammation, because all those conditions, the bottom line is the one thread that runs through, because we are so different, it affects us differently. One may have the inflammation in the knees, arthritis. You may be having migraines, maybe having gut issues, a lot of issues, maybe having high blood pressure or diabetes. We are just so different. So the conditions affect us differently. Diet, that's another thing for cancer, because sometimes we eat so much of the wrong foods. And now we have a lot of not only what we purchase, but what's manufactured. The food we ate 10, 15 years ago, 20 years ago is not the same now. Just think of your family island relatives who lived all those years in the 80s and 90s. They ate from the soil, they ate home. But now we're getting a lot of things in box and cans. I hope you're understanding where I'm coming from. I guess I'm preaching to the converted, right? The hormones play a great part in cancer, especially for us women, because we have certain estrogens that can become cancerous. And there's a lot more to be said, but because of the time constraints, I'm just going to continue. The immunosuppression, because our immune system is suppressed, that could predispose from the inflammation. And about 80% of our immune system is made in our gut. So if we are compromised with our food and whatever things, we're more likely to get more diseases, including cancer. Obesity, there's a lot of research now about obesity and cancer because of the fat cells where they're held, and then the conditions that go along with the obesity. It likes company. So the weight is not only by itself, it brings in the hormones, it throws the blood sugar off, it throws everything else off. Tobacco, there's a big issue now on tobacco because we know now tobacco is a killer. A lot of people are still smoking. Now they're vaping to make it worse. And recently I sat in on a seminar. The sad thing is we have primary school. It's alleged that primary school students are now vaping. Can you imagine that? And the danger is it can lead into cigarette addiction. We're trying hard to educate people about the dangers of smoking because it can be deadly. I had a friend from nursing school days in London. She just died about 2 years ago. She started smoking from the time we were in nursing school. And unfortunately, she passed about 2 years ago from throat cancer. So these things are real. And then radiation, we're exposed to a lot of stuff, the 5G and everything. We know we're modernized now, so we are getting the modern diseases. So those are some of the things that you can look at. And I'm going quickly so you can get a feel of what I'm saying. Hopefully you'd have a couple of minutes afterwards to ask questions. Your diet is a major weapon in managing cancer, preferably plant-based and organic. And a lot of people are reversing their conditions based on that. Of course, the cancer process at many stages. So it's never too late to try to intervene. So even if your genetics, your family history are against you, your diet may still make a difference in your cancer odds, because it says, well, I can't do anything. My mommy had cancer, my sister had cancer. Yes, they have the cancer, but you know what research is telling us now? It's family issues or genetics is 10% and 90% is lifestyle. So if it's telling us that, we still have a chance to reverse it. So we don't have to sit and say, because my mom and family went that route, I have to go. We just have to fight to see what else we can do to make it relevant. And food is your foundation. Food choices, nutrient dense, anti-inflammatory, alkalizing food, good fats, fermented foods to support good gut health. What does that mean? You see the colors there. Your food should be nutrient dense. When you eat, your plate should have like a rainbow. And I did say it was plant-based, so you try to make sure and put a lot of colors as well, because they all create different, they all produce different nutrients in the body.
Excuse me, Ms. Rolle, your
Yes.
slide, can you do it so we can see each slide? Because we're seeing all slides and it's kind of tiny.
Oh,
Would you
okay.
be able
So
to,
you're not
like,
seeing it?
yeah, like one slide at a time, like.
Okay, so let me stop. Tell me where I am. So you're not seeing the whole, you're seeing one at a time, you said?
We are seeing all 17 slides one time and not one slide, so we can't read or see basically. Okay. Yeah.
All right. Let me
I'm sorry for
take this up. That's okay. Right.
Like how you had it up, just to like go from current slide. If you just click,
let me go back and from the beginning. How is that? You're still seeing the 17?
Yeah, we're still seeing the
you shouldn't see that. Let
all
me
right,
put new share.
if you can do
let me I have new share. Is that better?
That's better. We can see it now.
Okay. All right. Sorry about that. You can see it now?
Yes.
Individually?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So we passed all that. We talked about what we're going to learn. Risk factors, the diet. I was here explaining the different types of foods as your foundation, because we're going to use food like a healing element, one of your modalities for healing. We talk about nutrient dense, anti-inflammatory. What are the anti-inflammatory foods? Those are the foods that would reduce the inflammation. We're looking at plant-based foods, all your greens. We take out the gluten foods, the dairy, the sugar, all those, the processed foods, what we buy in the boxes, the pastas and all that, those are what we call inflammatory foods. Some of the oils as well. So we focus on things like olive oil or coconut oil, because the others are creating the inflammation. As I said, our bodies are so different, it reacts differently in each of us. Alkalizing food, again, you come right back to your greens and stay away because you have the acid foods, which are in a lot of the meats and other things, and some of the processed foods, they all are acid, so you try to avoid that. Good fats, I just mentioned, like good quality butter, coconut oil, olive oil, because if you're going to be looking at post-cancer, you want to be rebuilding the body, not going back to where you were. We don't know what caused it in the first place, but the least we can do is to go forward with better quality food. Fermented foods to support, we're talking about like yogurt, kimchi, sauerkraut, because those create a good bacteria in the gut. Remember I said 80% of our immune system is based in the gut. And we know now that everything starts in the gut. All diseases come from the gut. So the most important thing we have to do now is giving you good gut health. That's your machinery for health. So be mindful. A plate of food is a plate of food, but when you eat, make sure you're using it as medicine. And those are some of the things. We can't go into all the details, but I just mentioned a few. Foods that heal, you want to have nutrient dense, and these are some of the food again to support good gut health. I just gave you a variety so you can look to see what we have there. Less chemicals in the food, the better your body will rejuvenate itself with cancer fighting foods, because you don't see those as necessary, but they all play a role in managing the body and helping to maintain some form of alkalinity in the body so that the body can better able to fight whatever is happening there, because we still don't know the causes for a lot of reasons, but once you start giving the body what it needs, it responds favorably. I'm sure you use most of these all the time now anyhow, but I just put it there so you can sort of resonate with it. Oh, those are cancer fighting foods, okay? And those are the ones that we stay away from, because sugar is a killer. A lot of people, and the problem is now so many people are basically addicted to sugar. We can't seem to stop taking it. We just have to get something sweet. No matter what, we have to get something sweet. And that's what leads us to chronic diseases, including cancer and all the others I was talking about. Water is important. Again, you need to be able to drink as much. Some people don't like water, then infuse it. You have different fruits and vegetables you can use, but you need to have your water. I'm not going to go into all the because of time, but you know that's critical as well. So let's look at the strategies to optimize health and well-being. You want to focus on health and well-being, not the illness. Because if you are a recovering cancer survivor or conqueror, you really should be thinking of not going back to where you were or where you came from, but rebuilding health. You increase and build mental and emotional resilience. It may be very difficult at first because it's a very traumatic experience for a lot of people, but with the support, you try to go forward and not dwell on the why I had this, why, and then you're breaking down your immune system when you start going back to the why, and I could have done better. And in other words, you're trying to, you want to be able to be more proactive with your health, more solution oriented, and be open to change, because things change constantly. Life is about change. And if you continue going back, then the chances are you're not going to be progressing as you want to. You may progress, but you keep going back and forth. Learn all sustaining health skills to avoid cancer in the future. There's so much more resources now. So find ways you can increase your knowledge and your skills to stay healthy. You have your exercise person here now. That's one way we can do it. Exercise, that's just one part of it. And we want to repair damage to healthy cells with your cancer fighting diet. Rebuild your digestion with probiotics, because the digestion suffers a lot when you have cancer, as you know. Probiotics I mentioned would be the good bacteria to replace the bad bacteria in the gut. Remember we said everything starts in the gut. No matter where the cancer was, it starts in the gut. The disease started in the gut. That's another lecture. Healing herbs, targeted supplements, all those can help. Rebuild your strength with appropriate daily exercise regularly with permission from your doctor. Sometimes you just take it on and say, okay, I have to exercise, but you didn't get the go ahead from your doctor. And then you may have some symptoms. You want to consult a healthcare professional who can help you to heal and recover from ongoing cancer treatments and side effects. Because I've been able to help quite a few people with the side effects from the chemo and the radiation. And that's for real, they get really sick. And you have to help them to overcome some of those, change diet, have different diet plans for them to assist them as they're going through, because it's a healing process. So we're rebuilding slowly. Reduce environmental exposure. A lot of us, we're not cognizant of that, but it begins, we have to remove a lot of those chemicals. What we clean a house with, what we use in the bathroom, what we use in the skin, makeup, what we expose to outside. Just recently, this person was doing somebody's yard and he's spraying all along the yard. And that's what you call it, the weed killer. They just had a suit some time ago, somebody won who ended up with cancer, working, I think it must have been landscape or whatever, but whatever it is, he got a lot of money because he got cancer because of those chemicals. And now food is all tampered. So you have to be very mindful of that. Take some time to just note and start reading labels. What's in that? There's a very good website, EWG, Environmental Working Group. Go on there, talk about the healthy dozen, the good dozen. You get so much information there when it comes to toxins in our environment, because you really have to try and keep your body as clean as possible. The smoking, there are a lot of people smoking and vaping. You want to be aware of that. The secondhand smoke is dangerous because you don't have a filter. They have a filter when they're smoking, but you're inhaling everything, just as the vaping as well. It ends up in your clothes. All those things are toxic. And what in the smoking, you have 69 different types of chemicals that can cause cancer for the cigarettes. The vaping is now on the rise because they have the bubble popcorn lung. So all those things you just want to be cognizant of that, because you may have relatives, you have friends, we all interacting now, we're coming out more in the public. So be aware of that. So from your protection side, restore your health, relax, sleep at least 7 to 8 hours to 9 hours, move every day. We talked about exercise. Eat nourishing cancer-fighting foods. We just talked about a few of them. Drink your water, reduce your stress. A lot of times it's stress-related issues that push us over the edge. And especially just coming out of the pandemic, the stress was real. And as a result of that, a lot of people end up with mental, I wouldn't say mental issues, but they get very depressed, they're anxious, and it takes a toll on your health. It doesn't just stay in your head, it affects your body physically. Take nourishing, restorative, immune-enhancing nutritional herbal supplements, because there are a lot of them out there in the form of food. So we don't want you to go into all these artificial things. Look for the local and the natural things first, your plant-based foods and other nutrients. Rebuild the body, restore health, because you went through a lot. It's very traumatic when you have cancer, you've undergone cancer, and it's ongoing because the body has to heal, and it takes time. It may take years to get there. So you want to navigate stress. I'll just put that down. Navigate the stress, clarify what's important to you, identify your triggers, declutter and purge, develop a plan to focus on, stay on track, apply some mindset magic to all types of situations. Reestablish balance in your life, boost physical and mental capacity, learn skills to help you cope. This is what I was just saying just now. So there are a lot of things you can do. Practice self-care. When you tend to your heart and your spirit, what makes your heart sing? Because sometimes we're so outward focused, we're not internally focused. It's just out, out, out. And then we, as most of us are women, well, I guess the audience, you have females, we more nurturing, we nurturing everybody else, the spouse, the children, the friends, but we're not doing it to ourselves. So we need to do some self-care. Tend to your heart. What does your heart want? What makes you sing? What you want to do with it? You know, this is a time to start reconnecting with your heart, yourself. Practice gratitude. Pray, meditate, whatever you need to do to connect with your highest one. Commune. Reflect, receive, read and write poetry. Those are the things that open you up to more, some form of normalcy back in your life. Listen to music. We had music just now. Whatever it is that make you move, and take try and get hold of things. Just find one thing that you can do, because it said how you do one thing in your life is how you do everything else. So find what it is that attracts you, and just go with the flow. Spend time in nature, spend time with family, get a girlfriend, and you can vent, but you need to have that family support. So let your food be your medicine, and your medicine shall be your food. And that's coined over 2,000 years ago, and it's still in action now, even more so than now, because we have so much negative impact on the food from all the factories and the manufacturers. It's more focused on profit oriented, not health oriented. So we now have to take the opportunity to manage ourselves more effectively, more efficiently, and learn as much as we can, so that at the end of the day, we can educate ourselves and our family to live better lives despite the challenges, optimum health, even with cancer. In closing, I just wanted to let you know, have fun, joy, laughter. When was the last time, I know that I read quickly because of the time constraint. When was the last time anyone had a really good belly laugh? I'm throwing that question out. Come on, let's get some feedback quickly.
Not often enough.
Okay, what's not often enough? What makes your heart sing? What makes you laugh?
I guess just hanging out with friends and just having a lot of fun and jokes. But you know, we get bogged into work, so we don't get to enjoy as often. But I'll wait till the end to say all the comments and questions.
Okay, great. But I just wanted to start thinking, because so much, as you just said, we're so work oriented, we're not even thinking of that. Oh, I don't do that. I don't. But this is what that part of you that the body needs. That's what you need to really, it's called the feel-good hormone, oxytocin. For the last 2 years, we didn't have anyone to touch, or to hug, or to what. So we were deprived emotionally and mentally. So now we're coming out. We're not fully there, but look at those, the healthy eating, the laughter, the compassion, the gratitude. Start with yourself, because you can't give from an empty cup. You have to fill your cup up first, okay? So this is what I want to leave with you. For those of you who want to, because I went through so quickly, I could, and as I said, I'm more weight loss oriented, everything, including weight loss, because the weight loss comes with diabetes and everything else, and blood pressure. I'm gifting what a free 30-minute session for those who would like to learn more about what I do, because it's more very individualized, nutritionally oriented food. You eat for your body type, sort of thing. So if you want a 30 minutes complimentary session, just let me know. The numbers are right there. And I'll just stop here for questions. Hopefully you would have gleaned something from my quick presentation. Ms. Dahl?
Hi, yes. I see Denise had a hand up. You had a question
Oh,
or comment?
yeah, she was asking about what you do for like fun or laughter or something. And I was gonna say one of the things that I have decided in the last few years that it's very important for me to take my vacation and to take those days off and to go someplace where I enjoy. So normally I come home, I go to one of the family islands, and because I love the beach, I love being by the water. And the other thing, in terms of talking about healthy living, I so fully agree with you with what you have written. I battle with obesity most of my life, and I didn't realize that I was suffering from these different, I didn't know that arthritis and those different things, plantar fasciitis, were inflammation of the body. And everything I read, it with each thing that I got, it talked about obesity. And my mother died. My mother acquired cancer, and she died from cancer. And I did not want that type of death. And so I turned my life around. I decided that I was gonna eat living things. So I do eat meat, but I do living things. And one of the things I discovered was when I decided to put the sugar and flour down, how delicious fruits and vegetables taste. And I mean, I've been eating stuff that I never thought that I would eat: asparagus, the pumpkin, and they all have their own natural sweetness and juiciness, you know. And the other thing I make sure that I do is I watch my portions, because I was a quality eater. And so I cut back on a lot of my stuff, and I took off over 100 pounds off my body. And
Wow, that's
I
awesome.
have been doing
Very
that.
good.
It's been 5 years now. So for me, now it's become a way of life.
Awesome.
And and people look like when it's a birthday party or something, they try, oh, you could have a piece of cake. You could just have a piece of cake. And I'm like, no, I don't want it. Give me a mango. A mango is just as good, but it's not processed and it doesn't have all that stuff in it. But so I just wanted to share that I have experienced that healthy, and I don't have the plantar fasciitis. I don't feel the aches and the pains that I used to feel. I don't feel the pain from the arthritis, or my doctor doesn't tell me I'm pre-diabetic. My cholesterol isn't high anymore. So so I fully agree with what you were saying. I wanted to share that.
I have to commend you for the process you've gone through. This is really good, because now a lot of people don't do that. But you had a why. Your why was big enough to propel you to sustain. So I commend you for that. Great.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing that, Denise. That motivated me. I have a sweet tooth. I have a sweet teeth, I should say.
I have a sweet
I
mouth.
I love sweets, and every time I commit to cutting out sugar, I always backslide. So I really appreciate you sharing the testimony.
Yeah, that's good. Well
Sister
done.
Rolle, can you talk a little bit about one of the things I'm trying to, as I move away from sugars, I trying to replace it with something, and I find myself eating more trail mix, the nuts and dried fruits type thing. Where is that on your scale of healthiness?
Okay. If you're eating the dried fruits and the trail mix, it's another form of sugar, actually, because the dried fruits are very concentrated sugar. They've taken the water out of the fruits, so you get actually more sugar in that. So you may want to look at more fresh fruits, as Denise said, and raw nuts and seeds. The trail mix, most of the times they're roasted, aren't they?
Yes.
Yes, so
they
you
are.
want, because they all are contributing to your inflammation. And as she was saying, all the things that she experienced is inflammation. And the way to reduce it is to go the opposite way. Plant-based, organic if possible, because we may be eating the meats now, but they're still laden with hormones and other things, which doesn't help us as well. But the more natural your food is, the better. So if you can go with the raw nuts and seeds, and there are lots of them around, and they're especially good for men. You have your pumpkin seeds for the prostate, you have sunflower seeds, you have the raw almonds. Just look them up and make your own trail mix. I always tell my clients, make that your own trail mix, because I've had to help my clients do the same thing. Breaking away from sugar is not very easy, because it's very addictive. There's that same part in the brain that's why you keep going back and forth. So there has to be a time you have to say, well, enough is enough. You need help. Talk to someone like me who can probably guide you. But it's a decision you have to make, and stick with it, because you'll be sliding back and forth, because it's not very easy. Once that is registered in your brain, you're going to be going back for that sugar. I need something sweet. And the type of work I do, it stops you from that, because one of the things, once you start, that need for sugar and the cravings is minimal until you get over it. I hope that answers your question.
All right.
Sure
thank
did. Thank you. Thank you so much for that. I think sugar's crack the way you made that sound just now.
It
For some
actually is.
people, for some
Yes.
people it is, yes.
It
Yeah.
is, Pastor Mario. It is.
Wow. Thank you.
Okay, Ms. Rolle, you could stop sharing your screen.
Sure.
And yes, that was interesting. And, you know, everyone, I guess, have an addiction to something, and mine's is sweet. Being a vegetarian, and sometimes I crave that sugar, and just like Dr. Rolle say, it's like once you get that one taste, it's like you want more and more and more. So like Denise, you just got to stop and just don't go back. You don't go for the cake, you eat a fruit or, you know, something else. And hopefully that sugar teeth and tooth and whole mouth can now stop. But next up, we have Bowflex Barbie. We have talked about nutrition and food. Now let's see what exercises we can do to get this body in shape. You know, we all say at the beginning of the year that we want this summer body, and we keep putting it off like, okay, it's January, okay, it's February, it's March. And by the time you know it, it's now August and September, and you haven't even started that summer body. So next up, we have Dekel Quant, also known as Bowflex Barbie, is an ISSA certified personal trainer, group fitness instructor, sports injury specialist, physique and figure training specialist, and pre and postnatal corrective exercise specialist. Dekel is an international figure competitor and the lead instructor and owner of Bowflex Barbie Fitness, which consists of a team of 4 fitness professionals offering a wide range of fitness services, both online and virtual, and is the managing partner of the Balmoral Club Fitness Center, where her and her team facilitate in-person training. Dekel is also the host of the Bahamas' first full workout show, Let's Move, that premiered in September of 2020 and ran for 2 full seasons on Cable Bahamas. So with further ado, we welcome Dekel and show us some of your fitness exercises that hopefully once we incorporate good eating habits, we can now put exercising all up in there. Dekel, are you there? Oh, well, it looks like she's having problems with her internet. Look like something was freezing. Well, while she gets back up, this month is Cancer Awareness Month, and we celebrate all cancer. So we focus on the many different colors of cancer. And this month, get your rare and gear. Hi, Dekel, you're back. You're muted, okay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I noticed that
Sorry
your
about that.
internet had freeze. All right,
Yeah,
well, we'll let you get into the moves, and then I will have the announcements later.
Okay, awesome. My internet decided it wanted to cut out right when it was my turn, so. All right, so I missed the whole introduction, but I'm sure you did an amazing job introducing me. But I am Dekel, also known as Bowflex Barbie. I'm gonna take everyone that is ready to sweat with me this evening. I'm gonna take everyone through a 20-minute full body workout. You will not need any equipment. We're gonna hit some legs, we're gonna hit some upper body, we're gonna hit some core. Nothing too crazy. So whatever level you are at, I'm gonna meet you there. Everything is gonna be timed. So you don't have to worry about counting reps. You don't have to worry about what number you're on. I just want you to work at your own pace, do what you can, and don't stress about it, all right? Have fun with it. I am going to share my audio so we can get some music playing. and we're gonna dive in. Let me just pull the music up. Can we hear that okay?
Workout music source.
Yes, the volume is good. Yeah, all right. Let me slide my chair out of the way. And we're gonna get started.
Looks like our internet is.
And we're gonna reach down with the left hand over to the right toe, come all the way up, and then we switch sides, come all the way up. I did something where I can't see everybody. Okay. All right, so we're getting started in 3, 2, let's go. So we reach up, reach up, reach up. Good. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Good. Now we're going to stand nice and tall. We're going to go into a step and reach. So with the step and reach, that right arm is reaching over, tapping the right toe, and then we switch. All right, we're going to go 20. Starting now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 more. 10, 9, reach, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Warming up the upper body next. We're gonna go arm swing. So nice and loose. Let the arms go all the way up. Let them swing all the way back. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bring them across. 1, alternate that top arm. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 20. Good. All right, we're gonna dive into our main workout. So like I said, that was just the warm up. That's the only thing we're doing reps for. Everything else is going to be time. So we've got 5 movements. I'm gonna walk you through all 5 so you know what we're doing. And then we're gonna dive into the main workout. So it's 5 movements for 4 rounds, 20 seconds of work, and 30 seconds of work, sorry. 30 seconds of work and 20 seconds of rest in between each movement. So our first movement is going to be air squats. So for our squats, we go nice and wide, a little bit wider than shoulder width. We drop down to a squat,
Are you watching a video?
pushing through our heels, and then standing all the way up nice and tall. So 2 things I want you to remember when you squat: chest stays up. We're not dropping the chest, but dropping the hips, and our heels stay down. So you should be able to lift your toes off the ground, how much weight you have in your heels, and that chest stays nice and tall. Not here, not here. Drop the hips, chest stays up. So first movement is squats, down and up, down and up. Second movement, we're in a slight squat. We've got alternating punches, getting the heart rate up a little bit. So as we punch, as we extend, slight push to the torso, full extension on that arm, slight rock, side to side. That's movement 2. Movement 3, we've got knee drive. So you've got 2 options. If you're a little more advanced, you can add a little skip. If you got bad knees or you want the low impact version, just a quick march, driving the knees up, alternating as fast as you can. So you got 2 options there, either skip or step and drive. That's movement 3. Movement 4, we are down on the floor. We've got bird dog. So you start with the hands under the shoulders, knees under I see thumbs up, so that's a yes. All right, so let's get ready to start in 3. Y'all remember we start in what? Squat. In 3, 2, let's go. Nice and deep. Keep those heels planted, chest up. You're working at your own pace. You should not feel your knees. If you feel your knees as you squat, make sure you're keeping those toes down and turn those toes out slightly as well. We got about 10 seconds, nice and controlled. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Bring those feet in just about shoulder width, softening those knees, getting ready for alternating punches. We got about 10 seconds. Start getting ready in 5, 3, 2, and let's go. We're alternating sides. Make sure we're getting full extension on that arm. Good. Put some power behind that punch. Again, working at your own pace. If you want to get a little fancy, you could add a knee twist, or you can keep those toes forward. You got 10 seconds. Good. Punching just out in front of the nose. 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Going into either our knee skip or our march, quick march. That's our next movement. We are starting in 10 seconds. Get ready. 5, 3, 2, and let's go. Whichever variation, if you're skipping or marching, whichever one you're moving, you're working. Good. Nice and light on your feet. Quick. Good. 15 seconds. All the way through. 10, those hips. We got about 10 seconds left. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Gotta get ready for alternating punches. Second round. Start getting ready. 10 seconds. Working in 5, 3, 2. Let's go. Good. Nice, powerful punches. We can add that knee twist in there, or we can keep those knees forward, whatever you're more comfortable with. Good. Find your pace. Try to stick with your pace. Almost there. We got about 10 seconds. Good. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Getting ready for our knee drives, either with that skip or our march and drive. Working in 10. Get ready. 5, 3, 2, let's go. Good. Whichever variation you are doing, we are working. Driving those knees up, finding that pace, and trying to keep it for this whole 30 seconds. We got 15 seconds left. Good. 10. Almost there. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Going down onto the floor. Setting up for bird dog. Remember, hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Working in 5, 3, 2, and let's go. Opposite arm and opposite leg. Right back in. You're gonna count 2, 1, 2, and bring it back in. Good. Nice and controlled. Nice flat back. Good. 10 seconds. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Setting up for our plank. Remember, we can either go forearms or hands on the knees or high plank. Start getting ready. 5 seconds. Working in 3, 2, let's go. Good. Nice flat back. Nice strong core. I want you to think about tightening your core. Pretend like someone's getting ready to punch you in your stomach and you don't want it to hurt, so you brace your core. Tighten your core. We're holding it for 10 more seconds. Nice flat back. 5, 3, 2, and rest. Good. That is round 2 done. Going into round 3. Standing it up. Getting ready to squat. Get ready. 15 seconds. We got a little longer break at the end of the round. We got 30 seconds. Get ready.
Feeling it.
Working in 5. Nice wide stand. 3, 2, and let's go. Nice deep squat. If we're not squatting, remember we're reaching straight down to the center, keeping those legs straight. If we can squat, nice wide stance, toes turned out. Weight in our heels. Chest nice and tall. Dropping those hips. 15 seconds. Good. 10. 5, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Setting up for alternating punches. Round 3. We got 15 seconds. Good. Get ready. 10 seconds. Working in 5. Nice soft knees. 3, 2, let's go. Good. Find your pace and stick with that pace. shoulders back. Squeeze and push down on those shoulder blades to extend. 2-second pause. And then we switch, nice and controlled. 15 seconds. Good, nice strong core. 10 seconds. Control that breathing. Inhale. And then exhale as the arms go out. 3, 2, and 1. Good job. Going into our last and final working set. We got our standing side crunch. So hands behind the head, or one up, one down. The one that's up is crunching towards our knee. And 5, I'll tell you when to switch sides. 3, 2, and let's go. Good. Try to get them as close as you can to the center. Good. So driving the knee up, slight crunch on that oblique. And switching sides now, right into that opposite side. Good, last few seconds of work. 10 seconds. Woo. All the way through. 5, 3, 2, last push. 1, good job. Take a couple deep breaths. You're going to cool it down and stretch it out. Take those legs nice and wide. Taking that right hand, slide it down the right leg. Left arm comes up. Pushing those hips over to the left. Good, nice deep breath. Bringing that heart rate down. And rolling it up to the center. We're going to go to the opposite side. Left hand down the left leg. Send those hips over to the right. Good, nice deep breath. And bring it back to center. Reaching straight down through the center. Good, reach the hands forward. And reach them back. Good, back to center. And roll it up. Bringing the feet together, we're gonna bring that right arm across. Pull those shoulders away from the ears. And we're twisting to the left. Good, nice deep breath. And we switch sides, same thing. Left arm across the chest, twisting over to the right. Good, coming back to center. Nice big shoulder rolls back. Drop the shoulders up towards the ears. Release, roll back. Inhale as you shrug, exhale as you release. One more. And we bring them forward. Same thing, shrug. And release, big shrug towards the ears. Release. One more. And release, shake it out. Let them all go loose. Shake those joints out. We're gonna get 3 nice deep breaths. Gliding in stance, nice big inhale. Arms come overhead. And exhale. Arms to the side. You can add a little plie. Inhale. Bend knees. And exhale. Good, one more. Inhale through your nose. And exhale through the mouth. And good work. Let me stop my music.
Well, thank you so much. That was such a short workout, but that was very intense. I know it wasn't much strenuous move, but just doing those few moves, you could feel the parts of your body working. And you know, that was awesome. That was truly, that was what, about less than 20 minutes? And that was a powerful workout. I don't know if anybody else, but I had to stop to the last part and get a sip of water. Well, that is the end of our healthy living. We heard from Dr. Ann Rolle with tips on eating right, how to put more plant-based in your diet, cut out sugars, processed sugars, and processed sugars could be in a variety of foods and breads and some like trail mix that Pastor Mario mentioned. And so cutting out sugar, it's going to be hard, and you have to find a more natural substitute. But once the brain is trained not to take in those things, hopefully little by little you release them and not miss them at all. But not just with nutrition, you have to incorporate your exercise and all of this. You know, we have to make sure we eat right and we exercise in order to have a fit and healthier body. I don't know who all exercised because, you know, most camera was off. I turned mine off after I started struggling. I didn't want y'all to see me struggling. But I was right there exercising. Thank you, thank you. Thank you so much for a wonderful meeting, a wonderful demonstration. And I hope those who have questions, any questions for any of the presenter? Any questions for Dr. Rolle on nutrition, or even with Nikhil with fitness? I know sometimes, well, there were two questions in the group which I posed. One was with problems with your knees and doing the squat. So, you know, also too, I guess she says, if you're not doing the squat properly, you know, you hurt your knees, but some people of us have bad knees. So we can't do those squats as we want to be. So, you know, the alternative exercise, reaching down to the ground and going up, you know, you can feel it on the back of your legs. So, you know, these small little exercises really help, but once you do them continuously. Denise, I see your hand is up. Unmute yourself.
Sorry, I didn't realize it was up. No, I was just saying thank you. This was just amazing. This was beautiful. Thank you for all the information and getting me to work out again tonight. Thank you. That's great.
Yeah, you know, some of us would not have a workout otherwise. And yeah, so we thank you so much. And yes, if you want some more workout exercise, you can go to bowflexbarbie.com. She has some YouTube pages that her YouTube channel, I should say, that has a lot of exercise that you know, you probably want to get involved in, and you can do them in the comfort of your home, first thing in the morning, after work, or, you know, in between those who work from home. So and also too, this meeting is going to be on our YouTube page, and so you can watch it or share it with friends at any time. It will always be ready for viewing. So the YouTube link is posted, thanks to Dr. Halliday, and you can click on that, and I will send it in the newsletter. So those who want to review this meeting. Again, before we close, May is our Cancer Awareness Month, and we have several things for this month. We in collaboration with a coalition called Get Your Rare in Gear Bahamas. They having their first time fun run walk this coming Saturday at Goodman Space, starting at 6:30, and you can come in on Friday here at the Cancer Society and purchase a packet. It's $25. It comes with a shirt and a swag bag and other paraphernalia. But this walk is benefiting colon cancer, and benefits proceeds from this will come to the Cancer Society, which will help those that have been diagnosed with colon cancer. Also, our free pap smear and PSA clinics have resumed, and the first one will be this weekend in Eleuthera. It'll be the Spanish Well, Harbor Island, and Lower Bogue. And next month, in June, it will be Andros. So we're starting up these free clinics again for those that have been shut in for the past 2 years and not able to have these screening done, to now take advantage of the free screening. And we hope that most people come out and get it done, because cancer is now almost the #1 disease COVID was number one, but cancer has always been there. And so we want people to be screened and tested early. So if there is chance that something is there, it can be catch in its early stages, hopefully treated, and then be able to live a normal life again. So on behalf of the Cancer Society, and we want to thank you all for joining us. And we want to wish anyone that is celebrating a birthday in the month of May, we wish them a very happy birthday or a very happy anniversary. And we thank you so much, and tune in next month, June, when we will be talking about skin cancer, and that will be on June 14th, our meeting will be. So any questions or comments, let me know, and let the our guest presenter know if you have any concerns.
Thank you.
Any immediate questions, but Celine says it was great meeting, enjoyed. Kelsey said that it was great. Awesome. Denise, thank you. This was great and informative. And yes, it was. And I hope I could now continue those few exercises, even if I can step away from my desk for about 15 to 20 minutes and, just do them and become a routine. And before you know it, this body would start getting back in shape. Yes. So thank you all. Dr. Shea, you still there? Do you have anything to say? I think Dr. Shea has, he's gone. Okay, well, thank you, Dr. Ann Rolle, and thank you to Kel for a very wonderful meeting. And we truly appreciate all of the information that you have shared, and hopefully we will continue with what you have given us in order to incorporate healthy living in our lifestyle. So thank you so very much.
I just want to say thank you for the invitation to share, because you can never have enough of healthy eating.
No.
Small nuggets can go far. So thank you for the invitation, and hopefully that going forward, some changes will be made. And
Yes.
as I put in the chat, you can reach out for a complimentary 30-minute session, no cost, book a time, and then we can talk.
Okay,
There's
good
no
stuff.
obligation. All right.
Thank you for that, Dr. Ann. Appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Yes.
Okay.
Any complimentary free 15 minutes workout?
YouTube. It's on YouTube. Free on,
YouTube, yeah.
free on YouTube.
Yes.
Right, Miss Point? Oh, I think she is frozen.
Yes, yes.
Oh.
Yes. But thank goodness it frees after her exercise routine,
Yeah.
Yeah, I felt that around my midsection.
Yes.
Thanks,
All right.
everybody.
Thank
Okay.
you all, and have a pleasant good night.
All right.
Thanks.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Good night.
Bye.